I was at a point where I was having suicidal ideations quite frequently. I obviously dealt with pills and things until around 2019 when I came across hemp-derived CBD products here in Texas for my sleep. And we had done all the prescription pills and over-the-counter remedies and nothing was really working. Looked into it, found some products, got on a regimen, and after about the first week, I decided to not take those pills and just see how these products work. And lo and behold, that was it for me. I got a full night's sleep without those pills, and the next morning, I had my energy. It was life-saving for me. Then I convinced my wife to get on it for her rheumatoid arthritis, and then it changed her life as well. That's why we decided to get into business and bring it out to more folks suffering just like us. I am Asad Shalami. I use cannabis for sleep. I am originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Attended Temple University in Philly, enlisted in the Army as a medic, served in the Army for about 8 years. And then my last duty station was in Fort Hood, where I met my wife online here in Texas. She's from Dallas, and now we're settled in Dallas with 2 kids. And I've been using cannabis for the past 5 years. So I grew up in West Philly. Our house was right on the border between the University of Pennsylvania campus and the ghetto. In the house, absolutely, cannabis was taboo. It was seen as a drug by my adopted parents, and they always made sure to tell us not to do weed. But outside of the house, all the kids in the neighborhood did it. I personally kind of stayed out of that stuff growing up, right until I finished high school. Outside of school, basketball kind of consumed my time. So right after school, I would go to the playground and just play ball with folks who were there, but I did my best not to get involved in consuming cannabis growing up. But throughout college, I smoked here and there, but I wasn't a religious pothead or anything. I wasn't so fond of it that I had to do it, otherwise I wouldn't be able to live, right? So that was not the case. I wasn't particularly enjoying myself when I was smoking necessarily. So that was my experience with cannabis prior to getting out of the Army and using it medicinally. I started using cannabis medicinally around 2019. I got diagnosed with chronic insomnia in the Army. While I was serving in Germany, I was working in the Landstuhl Regional Medical Center. Over there, it's the largest U.S. hospital outside of the mainland U.S. We received a lot of the wounded service members from the front lines and stabilized them on their way to the States. Geographically, Germany is a lot closer to Iraq and Afghanistan and places in Africa where unfortunately we would have service members who would get wounded and then would get flown into that medical center in Germany. And around 2011, I was working 12-hour night shifts, 3 days a week, which was a great setup for me. So I was like, okay, I get to work 3 days and have 4 days a week off. And it was around that time that I got diagnosed with chronic insomnia. And there will be some weeks where I wouldn't be able to sleep for the entire week. And then, of course, they put me on all types of pills, anxiety pills, sleeping pills. And then after Germany, went to Fort Hood, where I did another 2 years of serving. And then my active duty service was done around 2014. But when I came out, it was still the same issue. And I was at a point where I had to take 4 or 3 Ambiens a night to just shut my brain off. And then the next morning, there will be no energy to get out of the bed or go work out or have any kind of life. So couldn't keep a job. And when you're not sleeping, it kind of affects all areas of your life. There was an ex-cop in Fort Worth who had opened a CBD shop. At that time, it was legal federally, but not in the state. And they were trying to shut him down. And he was like, hey, y'all gonna have to come and handcuff me out of here because I'm not shutting this down. And this stuff helps a lot of my colleagues who are still in the force with things like stress, pain, sleep, anxiety, things like that. As soon as he said sleep, that kind of raised our antennas to look more into CBD products or hemp-derived CBD products. It was absolutely life-saving. It is a daily routine. Our company is called ZAR Wellness. We have a full spectrum live resin oil called Rise. It is our foundational therapy for any type of ailments, especially. and I take that religiously. It does not get you high, right? So if you're looking for a high, it does not get you high, but it does provide a lot of assistance in terms of taking care of anxiety, pain, stress, depression. And then in the evening, if I want to relax with an edible or a smokable, then that's more for kind of relaxing and kind of enjoying myself as opposed to the medicinal side of it. But that's the beauty about this plant. You can have the best of both worlds. We've been in business for almost 4 years, and 1 out of every 3 clients of ours is a veteran. And all veterans deal with some type of mental or physical challenges on a daily basis. And we give that daily 22% discount for veterans, not just on Veterans Day, but every single day. We have given over 2.5 million in veteran discounts in a matter of 3 years since we started counting. Our mission is to provide high quality, affordable canna therapy to any veteran in the nation that is willing to give this therapy a shot. Unfortunately, we have all been brainwashed growing up about how bad this particular plant is, which couldn't be further from the truth. If there ever was a panacea that kind of worked for a lot of different things, this is it. Give it a chance. What do you have to lose? It can literally help you live your best life, your most productive, your most energetic life, if you have the right clean products in the right dosage for what you may be dealing with. As a veteran who got diagnosed with chronic insomnia in the Army and suffered for almost 10 years, I was at a pretty low point in my life. I do believe in God, and I do believe that God had a hand in sending this therapy to me or making this available for me at a time of need, because at that time I was done with pills and nothing was really working for me. So I may not have been here. I may not be here, honestly, if I did not come across this God-given natural plant.
Learn more about cannabis and begin your medical cannabis journey at leafwell.com.